So today I will be demonstrating the call cease feature, which is activated for my Centrex customer group. And architecturally, the way that it works is that it's supported for any lines that are in a pickup group. So in that sense, it is sort of a Centrex exclusive feature. But I guess it could also be used with the multi-line variety package. Anyways, the code that I have chosen for my Centrex group for call Cs is 124. No particular reason for that other than it was an unassigned code. And I will be demonstrating with these three phones here. And the way that call Cs works is it's basically what I like to think of as an inverted call transfer. So with the call transfer, there's a call up between two stations, and from the station from which you want to release the call, you initiate a transfer to another station where the call will be answered. Now, with call Cs, you basically do the opposite. From the station from which you wish to continue the call, you initiate a transfer from the station from which it should be released. And that is basically call Cs summed up. And it's basically the opposite of a call transfer, although actually the code itself for making the feature work is very similar to directed call pickup. As maybe you can guess. Anyways, let's go ahead with the demonstration. So I'll be originating a call from this station here, and I will give this station a call, and then I will go ahead and seize the call from this station here, and effectively before I will have a call up between these two stations. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I've got dial tone, and I'll make my call. Okay, and as we can see, that call is ringing there. So I'm going to go ahead and answer it. And I can put on speaker, and okay, so you can hear my dial pulses. Anyway, now, say I answer the phone at this station, but for some reason I wish to continue the conversation from a different phone, which just happens to conveniently be 2 feet away, as is very typical in the real world. Now, what I could do, and just for context, maybe that's because, this handset isn't very comfortable, which, true fact, it actually isn't. I probably wouldn't want to continue on a trim line. I'd probably continue on a phone with the G-style handset. But that aside, let's go ahead and seize the call. So I've got dial tone on this station. I'll dial 124. And just like directed call pickup, I get a second dial tone from which I dial this station number. And you just heard a brief click there. And now this station has been disconnected from the call, and now these two stations are connected. So that means after the 10-second timeout, I will get dial tone from the station, because so what happened just there, I had a call up between this station, and then this station seized the call that was at this station. So whoever this station was connected with, now this station is talking to that person, that party. So that's basically the way it works. So what's the real world use case of this? The main thing is that call transfer is convenient for moving calls around, especially in an office setting. One problem that probably not too many people encounter in the real world, but if you're transferring a call to yourself, such as I am here, then call transfer interrupts the conversation, which seems like an obvious thing to say. What do I mean by that is if I wanted to transfer a call from this station to this station, what would that entail? I would need to flash, get a second dial tone, or recall dial tone, dial the station number, then it rings, and then I answer. Okay. It doesn't take very long, but it does take some time. It does take time. And it's a few seconds where you completely interrupt the conversation. So some people are annoyed on one ESS where if you get a call waiting, it interrupts the conversation for 400 milliseconds or whatever it is, as actually the switch that this is connected to does that too. With the clicks and all. Anyways, it's noticeable and it interrupts the conversation, right? With call C's, it seamlessly transfers a call, because it's not really transferred. It seamlessly moves it from one station to the next. So the person at this station over here doesn't even know that you've changed phones, because he or she is talking to you that entire time. You can still be on this line while you're invoking call C's at this station, and as soon as it's seized, you move from this phone to that phone. There is no downtime in the conversation. You're not going to miss anything that's being said. The same isn't true of call transfer. You basically have to suspend the conversation and then resume it. You don't need to do that with call C's. So that's why it's useful. In reality, you probably only use this in an individual context. If you were seizing somebody else's calls, I guess that would be kind of rude. But I guess it would be in your pickup group. So maybe you've asked somebody to do that. But if somebody's not right next to you, how does that person know to seize your call anyway? I guess you could convey that via another mechanism, another channel. But in any case, it was useful for me, so that's why I wrote the feature. I don't actually know if this feature is a thing anywhere else. I may just have spontaneously invented this feature. But it's a good feature to have, and I've gotten some use out of it, and look forward to continuing to use the call C's feature.